Come on in the room. Come on in the room. I know we late. Y'all get in here real quick. I meant to put my phone on airplane mode. We got one. Can y'all please share this video? Share. Come on in. Come on in the building. Hey, Val.
Hey, Val.
I keep getting confused because she got Frankie calling.
Oh, yeah.
But I know who you are.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We got started about a few minutes late tonight.
They jumping in, though. It look like they hopping right in there. I'm coming, y'all.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Val. Hey, Sharnique.
Y'all hop right on in there. I had to get some glasses. I ain't like the way my eyes was looking. It's been one of those kind of weeks, y'all. It's been one of those weeks. Shanique, what's up? What's up? See, the week just started. It's Monday, so that'll let you know, like, week ain't even over. T-Mac, what's going on, brother?
Good evening, Elder. How are you?
Y'all, if y'all can share this, hop back in. Hopefully you can share it without logging out. Comment some people names in the chat who might be interested. Yep. Shanique, you can tell, right? Watch.
It's trying to take me out, man. It's trying to take me out.
You can tell later.
Man.
But nevertheless, we had to do what we had to do. I tried to give her the day off, tried to tell her to take some time to herself, but she don't listen. Which is why we talking about what we talking about tonight. Let's get in here. Come on, y'all. Share this with some people. Want to get to a certain number before we go in.
Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being so sharp.
Right. They came in pretty quick. Yep. We're going to give a couple more minutes for a few more viewers to come in, and then we're going to go ahead and start. I don't think we're going to be too long. Because I think this going to be one for the ages. I think this going to be one where we just going to automatically know. What's up, Suge? We're going to minister gaming. Let me rephrase that. Congratulations again, nephew. Yeah, we this gonna be one. This gonna be one right here. Real quick. Come on in the building. Till Death Do Us Part, Couples Retreat 2 is officially sold out. Clap it up for that. It's officially sold out. Our second retreat in less than 6 months. And you guys are awesome, man. Y'all just been really doing y'all thing. We got another one coming up real soon. So for those of you who wasn't able to go on the first two, we got another one coming up. All right, so let me throw the topic out there, and then I'm going to have to pray about this because I see the numbers going up and down, so I don't want to lose none of y'all. Again, share. Comment people's name. Y'all get in here. Y'all know the topic about to get heated. I don't want nobody to come in late and have to play catch up and be like, what y'all talking about or whatever. But the subject does not always tell the whole story of the show. So let me get right into it. The topic today is, should your significant other be able to accept gifts from whoever they want? That is the topic of today. Should your significant other be able to accept gifts from whoever they want? Let us pray about this. God, we pray that as we come to learn more about our relationship with you and our relationship with people and our relationship with our spouses, our relationship with our significant others, we ask that you teach us humility, you teach us patience, you teach us love, teach us meekness, and you teach us kindness so that we could be the best version of ourselves to the people whose lives you have placed us in and in our own lives. We ask all these in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So
Sharnique, I want to get your... that's the first one I want to get.
Right.
I want you to tell us what you think about that, Shawnee. Hey, Nita.
Shawnee, where you at? Where you at? Come on, let me add you to this live. I want you to talk because I really want to hear your opinion on this. So send me a request. Send me a request to get added.
Hey, Tasanya.
Hey, Tasanya, it's been a while. It's been a while. I haven't seen you on here in a long time, girl. I miss you. I miss you in the comments. Shawnee, where you at? I need you in here. If you can join real quick, let me know. Shawnee, don't run. I need to hear your opinion on this one. Anybody, if it's anybody out there that what's up, Dion?
Hey, Dion.
Shawnee said she ain't coming on. You must be had the day off. You in the house relaxing. Bonnet on, no makeup.
Oh. Yeah.
Hair tie up, crossing your eyes. All right, so listen, anybody that wants to join in, that has, something to say about this, please let me know. I'm going to let a couple people come in. I'm going to give my take on it first and foremost. And again, this is just my opinion. Don't kill me. This is my opinion. But I think that your spouse or significant other should be able to accept gifts from whoever they want. I don't think that any one of us should have the right to say, no, you can't get no gift from this person or that person or whatever the case may be. But of course, hey, Tawana, of course it comes with stipulations for some, mostly women, I might say. However, let me just throw this out there, disclaimer. No, there has not been no woman that tried to buy me no gift or send me no gift or nothing like that, and Nika didn't want her to give me no gift. You know what I mean? That's not who she is. She's the type of person, especially if she can benefit from it, power to you. Send me a gift if you want to send me a gift. It'd be a blessing to me if you want to be a blessing. However, she has been on the end of receiving some gifts or whatever the case may be, and been asked to go out. Can I take you out to lunch, or can I take you out to dinner, or whatever the case may be? And, I had to come to terms with myself when these things took place. So, fellas, if you in here, I need you. Tasanya, I'm reading your comment. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's awesome. That's definitely good. You want to read the comments because I don't want to skip nobody, and I think they're coming faster. That's it. They're coming faster on your monitor. So yeah, that's one thing too. Like if you, and then another thing too is like let's look at the reality of it, right? Because I brought this up. I was sitting at a dinner, a birthday dinner with some of my advisors and some of my partners, and most of them are older than me. Matter of fact, all of them are older than me. All of them are older than me by probably like 10 plus years. So I brought this topic up, and they very old school. So all the men was like, nah, nope, not doing it, not happening. That gives room or space for other things to take place, And some might say that's the truth. Some might agree with that or whatever. But my thing is, I believe that space is always there. There's always, like how we used to say back in the day when we get ready to fight somebody, ain't nothing but space and opportunity. Space and opportunity to do whatever it is you want to do is always present. That's a fact, period. So the reality of it is whether or not you're going to do it. So to go back to what Tasanya said, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Me personally, if somebody want to get my wife a gift, I don't care if it's an ex-boyfriend, if it's a secret admirer, if it's a whatever the case may be. If she feels comfortable enough to accept the gift and let it be known that that's all it's going to be is me accepting that gift, and she's disciplined enough to keep that thing at bay and know whether the other person is going to respect that. Hey, look, just because I'm accepting this gift, it don't mean you got no chance. It don't mean you got no advances, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then, me as a person who does not own her, I have to sit back and be like, okay, but watch and be like, hey, I'm watching you as I should. I'm covering you as my wife, So at the end of the day, just in case it's something that she's not seeing, I got to make sure that she's careful and she's protected and that she's not blindsided by something. As well, she would the other way. She loved to tell me, like, I'm not going to say I'll be dumb to certain things, but she would always pick out when somebody has a crush on me, or when somebody likes me or something like that, she would say, you think that person just did that just to do it, or you think that person just being innocent? And I'd be like, yeah, I think that person is just being innocent, or whatever the case may be. And she would say, okay, we'll see. And to be honest, it was a few times where she was right. You know what I mean? The person was trying to do more than just be nice, or whatever the case may be. But you're not always right. So go ahead. You want to say something?
I just want to say, you mentioned the point of if accepting a gift, you would have to just monitor or like continue to watch the behavior or whatever the continuation after the fact.
Right.
That sometimes it may just be simpler, just say no, we don't accept gifts from people that are not mutual friends of ours, you know, because then that adds more. And now you have to watch to see if
what's up, Richard?
If there's an ill intention,
Richard, I ain't seen you in here in a long time either, Richard Lewis.
Hey, Richard, how are you? Thanks for making David cut me off in the middle of me talking. But anyway, hey, Richard, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you.
I swear I didn't do that on purpose. It's just I ain't seen him in here in a long time, so I just wanted to say hi. But yeah, sometimes it is better to just say, nah, it's probably just best if we don't, if we don't even do it. It's probably just best if we don't even do it. But, okay, so with my colleagues that I was at this party with, right? All business people, all businessmen, businesswomen. It was one woman there that at first she was like, oh, no, I'm not with that. But after certain scenarios was thrown out there, she was like, you know what? You got a point. You know what I mean? One thing that I'm hearing more men say now when I talk to men concerning marriage or whatever, they say, I don't want my wife to feel like I believe I have a sense of ownership because we're married, And when you get into that place of trying to tell people what they can and can't do, that's exactly what you kind of establish, is as if you feel you have a sense of ownership. So where do we draw the line? Like, let's say, for instance, if somebody at her job, let's say it's a male at her job that says, hey, you know what, I noticed that every time we would be at a meeting or whatever, and whenever we just having random talk, you always talked about this diamond bracelet or whatever. So since you're so whatever around the office, or since I think you're a nice person or whatever, I wanted to do this for you. Here's this diamond bracelet. If I'm not buying a diamond bracelet and don't plan on buying it, how do I look saying, oh, no, you can't accept that from that person? Like, she's my wife, but I don't own her. It's not an ownership. It's a partnership. So we're in this marriage together as partners. The minute I'll be like, Chrissy said, no. The minute I'll be like, oh, you can't take or accept that gift, now it's like I feel like I own her. You know what I mean? So now, here's the other scenario that I hit the people with. Now, check this out. Okay, so those of you saying no to the diamond bracelet, right? And please, y'all, keep it real, because you can't lie to yourself and you can't lie to God. So now let's say the tables are turned, men and women. Let's say that this man came to her and this man said, hey, look, I noticed that you live in an apartment, and I'm not trying to say your husband or your wife or your whatever can't do better for you, but I got this house that I want to give to you. Sign the deed to the house and everything, no strings attached, and say, hey, go to this house. You guys enjoy whatever XYZ. Are we not taking that house? Are we going to look at them and say, no, I can't accept that house from you?
That's different.
No, see? And that's what I'm talking about. No, it's not.
Because now both of you are benefiting from that gift.
Okay.
That's different.
Okay, now I think that's selfish,
that's different.
Though. Come on, fellas. Somebody let me hear something. I think that's selfish. You saying it's different, but I think it's selfish. I think when we fall into a place of picking and choosing what's okay to accept and what's not okay to accept, I think that's where the conflict comes in. So for me, it's easy to say, hey, look, do whatever it is you want to do, but I'm watching. Be careful. Do whatever you want to do, but be wise. Let me get into some of these comments. Come on. I know they coming in.
Tyrone said it's not about the ownership; it's about the respect for each other, right? So not like you owning somebody, but the respect aspect.
That's I want to get all of them in order.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now the respect factor is I respect. This is just me now. I respect my wife enough to trust her judgment on whether or not she wants to take that gift. That's where the respect comes in at. I think that is, to me, this is just my opinion, I think it's disrespectful to say, no, you're not going to be able to take something that you really want just because of where it came from. Just because of where it came from. You understand what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I mean?
So would you say that is, that the person on the outside, it could be like a flirting kind of thing? You know what I mean? A lot of times that is. It's like a flirtatious action without the words, without the, and people know.
But listen, that's what I'm saying. I respect you enough to know what it is. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if you know that, hey, this person only buying me this bracelet because he's flirting with me, and you feel comfortable enough to take that bracelet, knowing that regardless of how much he flirt, that's all it's going to be, but you feel like you made it very clear to him, I'm flattered by the fact that you're flirting, you know I'm married, I want that bracelet, I'm going to take it, but you ain't getting nothing else from me other than a, how you doing, I'm being nice. I respect you enough to be able to make that decision. And why should I rob you of something that you wanted because somebody else flirted or whatever the case may be? Like, I just, this is just me. Again, this is just my opinion, guys. Don't kill me. I just can't do it. You know what I mean?
said, no. So
let's talk about this house, though. Ain't nobody talking about this house.
On the bracelet or the house, right?
He can't agree on the bracelet or the house.
Can't agree on the bracelet or the house.
Okay.
And then,
well, let me ask you this.
Dion said he agreed with you. Okay.
Can't pick and choose. No. Let me ask T this though. We're gonna get to the other comments, but T, just real quick, I want to know. So if somebody say, let's say for instance, before you purchase your homes or whatever, and let's say that somebody came, to your wife and said, hey, I don't know what your situation is at home. However, I got this real nice house and I think that, I want to give it to you because for whatever reason, I believe you deserve it. And they give it to her, deed in their hand, like nothing, everything is her name, all in her name. T-Mac, you going to tell her to give it back? I just want to know, yes or no. I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I'm not.
So those of you who are just joining us tonight, the topic of the show tonight is it okay for your spouse or significant other to accept gifts of someone from the opposite sex? Is it okay for them to accept gifts from the opposite sex? So
T-Mac said, no, he got to take that L. So yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. So now when we start, if I'm reading it correct, meaning you would keep the house. So if I'm reading it correctly, you will keep the house if I'm right.
No, okay. Clarify that, Terrence.
He might be saying, no, he going to take the L, he won't take the house.
Yeah, that's what I think he's saying.
Clarify that. Let me know what's going on. Because I'm keeping that house. I'm sorry. And Shawnee talking about it's different. It is different. What's different is y'all picking and choosing what's acceptable to take.
What difference is who's going to be in the house when you at work?
What's acceptable to take and what's not. No, I'm not. Okay, he said no, he's not taking the house. Well, power to you, brother. I'm taking that house. I don't care how many houses I got. Somebody offer me a house or offer her a house. We taking that house. Now, what I won't allow somebody to put me in a house that they're going to have to pay for. That's what I'm not going to do. But if they give her a house, the deed and the title in their hand, in her name, no strings attached. Oh yeah, we taking that house. We taking that house.
Stacy, Georgia said, in regards to the house, I feel like I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't want anyone to have that over my head. And I see that too. How, when you accept gifts from others, and sometimes they just feel like, okay, well, I gave them that. So even though y'all accept it and you and your spouse are okay with accepting a gift from someone on the outside, that person always feel like this is what I did for them.
But this is what I'm saying, right? Listen, I don't care what they feel. I got a deed with my name on it. They could feel and say or whatever they want to say. I got the deed with my name on it. I'm in a house that's mine. regardless of who gave it to me. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, throughout your whole entire life, anybody that even think they did something for you, it's people that didn't even do nothing for you that's running around here thinking you won't be who you are if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give up a house in the process of that when it's just because of what a person might think or a person might feel or a person might. I'm sorry, I just can't.
So I want to say I'm keeping the house.
Yeah, I can't.
Hands
I'm gonna get a couple people on. So I can hear. I want to hear y'all. I want to talk to y'all.
See, Tanya Kynes, you want to come on? Because you just said I don't like anything over my head, and then you just agreed with David and said facts. So you want to? Would you like to join us?
Well, you don't know what she's saying facts about. But Tanya, if you want to come in, Tanya, send us a request. We're gonna add you in. T Mac, if you want to come in, send me the request. I'm gonna add you in.
Some spirits are possessive and controlling.
Listen, y'all missing a big point here. You can't possess and control nothing that I have the deed and the title to. That's what I think y'all missing. Okay.
So we're just saying gifts, period. Now you narrow down to the house, but we're just saying
gifts. Okay, because somebody said it's different. Some people said they won't let them accept the bracelet, but they would let you accept the house. Yeah. You know what I mean? So okay, let's look at it like this. I'm sure somebody gonna say, Shawnee talking about the house booted up. I got the power. You know I ain't worried about none of that stuff. Girl, listen, if I had $1 for every person that tried to hex me and put witchcraft and all of that stuff on me, I'll be rich. And if it worked, I won't be here. So trust and believe. I ain't worried about no root and none of that stuff. None of that stuff.
With no strings attached, we not. I will have a discussion and have a meeting stating that it's all me. Yes, we will accept it in Jesus' name. The problem comes
right. Come on
when
here.
you don't discuss it with your partner.
Right.
In my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
Being secretive.
Well, you can't really, you can't have a whole house.
Saying, like gifts,
yeah,
period.
you can't have a gifts period. So yeah, I think that to be honest, right, it got to be something very like significant. Like I'm sure my wife done came in here with stuff that guys done got her, but I ain't never care and was like, hey, where you get that from, or or whatever the case may be. Like what I mean, she's a likable kind of person, and if I felt like, in fact, I would have robbed myself out of meeting some very good people and out of having great opportunities. If I was the type of person to be like, no, you can't take that from that person just because they're a man. Or if she was the type of person to be like, no, you can't go there with them just because they're a female. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Sometimes we might have to check our ego. We might have to go back to the other show and check our insecurities or whatever the case may be. But me personally, I believe that my wife is grown enough, she's mature enough, and she's wise enough to know what she's doing and what she's not doing. So for me to jump in and have to say, oh, no, you're not taking that bracelet or whatever, like I said, I just can't. I can't feel that. Like, it just feels so wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I barely tell my daughters they can't have nothing. What I look like telling her she can't have something? She a whole grown woman over here. You know what I mean? So just as well, she's grown enough to know this guy giving me this bracelet. Now, if she feel like if she take that bracelet from that guy, the next thing that guy going to do is try to hold her hand, I trust her judgment enough to know if that guy, or if she believes that guy is going to try to take it there.
Y'all know that movie? What's that movie that Beyonce was in? And the lady, I think it was a white lady that was trying to be with her husband, and then
I think he was with her. Though.
She was very possessive and controlling. She starts sending emails and stuff on the computer and all that stuff, whatever. Like in a sense, like
but
that.
But that's a movie though. But I get what you're saying. Well, let's get. I get what you're saying. Obsessed. That's it.
Obsessed.
Yeah. Obsessed. Stacey says that's the name of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, go ahead. Finish your statement.
I'm just saying.
So you're saying something like that can happen?
It can, yeah. And that can cause problems.
Okay, so, but do it take guys to give you a gift and you accept it for that to happen? Are you telling me right now? Open doors. Okay, are you telling me right now on live TV in front of all these people that you don't have a guy that you used to deal with that's constantly calling you, regardless, and you ain't ever take nothing from them? Now, when I say constantly, now I don't mean every day.
Oh, you said constantly.
Well, put it this way: consistently calling you. Hey, I'm just seeing how you doing, or hey, or just texting you, or hey, happy birthday, or hey, I'm just, just any little thing to make conversation. You don't have that going on right now?
Yeah, but he don't like women.
Oh, so you
I'm
telling
just
me?
saying.
So wait a minute. So you telling me
Yeah.
that on live TV, you telling me that no heterosexual male, past, present, anybody ain't calling you saying, "Hey, how you doing?"
I mean, they have.
See,
yes.
look, y'all.
Look.
See, she can't even lie right. Look at her. Look at her.
I said they have. Okay, but we talking about gifts right
No,
now.
no, wait, but
we
this
talking about gifts.
Okay, but look, this is what the point I'm trying to make. You saying don't take the gift because it's gonna cause that. I'm telling you, you got guys you ain't take no gift from that's calling you and sliding in your DM and emailing you and all of this stuff like that, and you ain't take no gifts from them. I mean, at least to my knowledge.
Okay.
I mean, exactly. So why not get the gift if they gonna do it regardless? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying encouraging nobody, to just go out there and take gifts from people. But what I'm saying is that argument of if I take a gift from somebody, they might start calling me or feeling like I owe them or, constantly checking up on me and doing the extra aggravating stuff. Kind of like if a guy buy you a drink at the club, he'll try to babysit you all night and try to act like y'all go together within that thing. You know how some of the stuff y'all women be saying or whatever. Person buy you a drink in the club, he follow you around the whole club. My thing is, if that's going to take place regardless and you want that drink, get the drink. Just using it as an analogy now. I don't want nobody to say I got on here and told people to go to the club and take a drink and let a guy follow them around. But y'all understand what I'm saying? We're going to go to the comments real quick. Go ahead.
Tawana said, for the naysayers, would it be different if the person said the Lord laid it on their heart to do it or give it XYZ?
Y'all want to know, I'm going to just say this.
That's a good point. Tawana, that's a good point.
No, let me that is.
When people have a different approach, a different answer in accepting gifts, if they say the Lord. If the person said, yeah, God said, me to bless you with this, so. People
have said a lot of things in the name of the Lord, man. And it's sad to say, but that's the type of world we live in. You know what I mean? And to be honest, that be the main thing that you have to watch. I think that if you're going to accept it, you need to accept it. Or if you're not, then you're not. That's what I'm saying. I don't think the stipulations should come into play, because when you start saying, well, it's only acceptable if you do it this way, or if it's only acceptable if you do it that way, eventually you're going to run into a crossroad to where, y'all disagree, and people gonna start saying, well, that's not different, and then she gonna say, well, that's not the same, and then that person gonna say, well, that's not the same, and then before you know it, you're not even arguing over the fact that you're accepting the gifts, you're arguing over the fact that you don't believe that they accepted that what they did was right, or the way the gift was given was wrong, and so forth. So my thing is, if you're going to accept it, accept it. If you're not going to accept it, don't accept it. But I don't think there's no gray area or no in between. Like, I don't think it should be cool to accept the house because we both get to live in it. But it's not cool to accept the bracelet because we both don't get to wear it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. But I also think that there should be boundaries, period.
Of course.
Like in any relationship, there has got to be boundaries,
Of course.
Because if I come in here every day with, all these different bags and shoes and stuff like that, or whatever, and I can be like, oh, well, he's just saying he just want to get this from me. It ain't nothing, like, you know what I mean? Uh-huh. At some point, you're going to feel like, oh, no, it got to be more, even if it might not be, So there's got to be, like, some boundaries within accepting gifts.
But let me, and I agree with what she's saying. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's boundaries with accepting gifts. I think that it should be boundaries regardless. But I think that we have to know the difference between boundaries and restrictions. Boundaries is what you set up for people that's not supposed to be inside. Mm-hmm. Restrictions is when it's from the inside. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I don't want to restrict anything within my relationship. Now, I would set boundaries. Like, I have certain things like that I just won't tolerate, or things that I just won't like. But at the end of the day, it's not a restriction, because when you restrict, now you're forcing somebody else to be in a place that they don't want to be, or to go to a place that they don't want to go. But when you say boundaries, it's about, okay, this is my place right here. Now, I'm allowed to deny whatever I want to from coming in, and to not deny whatever I want to from coming out. So yeah, it should always be boundaries. And that goes back to what I said in the beginning. I respect you enough to know that you would know the boundaries. Not for me to tell you what the boundaries are, that you would know. So you could come in here with 50 bags of shoes every day from the same person. If you still look at me and say, hey, this person might like me a little bit, but I made it perfectly clear to them that these gifts are just gifts, and I'm taking them because I want them, not him. I'm going to say, okay, cool. As long as you're making that clear. That's just me, fellas. That's just me. As long as you're making that clear. So we talked about her. Let's talk about me, because I want some gifts too.
Oh, let me. Dion said, "I'm taking the house. I'm taking the house and selling it immediately because I wouldn't want to live in it. But trust me, we're gonna come up off that house.
Something gonna happen. I ain't really get that far yet, but yeah, something gonna happen. We taking the house, whether we sell it, live in it, rent it out, whatever. We taking that house.
Yeah, Tawana said you have to trust whom you're with and allow them to have autonomy.
Check this out. Let me ask you, fellas. Let's do it like this. Let's say your wife working on a job, and while she's at the job, she's just randomly talking, nothing big, but she just saying something like, man, listen, I would have retired last year, but I messed around and I got this new car, and I got 17 more months left to pay on this car, and then I'm retiring. And somebody overhear her say that, a guy. And then the guy comes to her and he says, hey, listen, I ain't trying to get in your business or nothing like that, but here go a check for X amount of dollars to pay off the rest of your car. And he handed her the check. Is she supposed to give that back? And if you make her feel like she's supposed to give that back, and for whatever reason, she want to retire or whatever it is, and now she keeps it from you, that check she got to pay off her car, you know, it just leads to so much things when you start trying to tell grown people what to do. And they might not want to start out as being untrue, but at the same time, I think it becomes untrue when you start trying to, in a sense, treat a grown person as a child. And you treat a grown person like a child when you try to tell them what they can and can't do. I don't know, that's my opinion. Again, my opinion. Come on, let's read some comments. Like she in her phone right now, we doing the show. Our kids right upstairs. Like, I want to tell her so bad. Put that phone down. We doing this show. They'll be all right. Like, they good. But we got to keep hearing the phone ring in the middle of the conversation. So Tanya said, yes, she agreed. Tanya, you want to get on here? Because I think you got a lot that you can add and say. And I'm kind of being lost with where we at in the conversation. But anytime I see somebody say, yes, I agree, I hope they're agreeing with me.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah, and Shanice said, that's a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, see, and that's the thing. So Shanice says the money that is given is a blessing, right? So why can't a gift or a plane ticket or a getaway, a vacation, anything, why can't that be if you're going by yourself now? Hold up now, let me back that up. I don't want nobody to be saying, you know, somebody want to take me out the country, but they say they just taking me with them as a friend. No, I don't play them kind of games.
So what's the difference? I mean, so okay, like that's the same thing.
Huh?
That's the same thing, right? Isn't it a trip?
But yeah, but see, the thing is, the difference between is now your personal body is going out of town with a man or a woman out of the country, I might add, with a man or a woman. That's not the same thing. That's not a gift per se. You know?
Hey, Tamika, we need some help in here.
Mika Reagan, what's going on, girl? Long time. Get on in here. I thought I tagged you. If I didn't, I was forgetting so much. But listen, I'm glad you brought that up. Check this out, guys. She said that's kind of like the same thing. So if a guy or a girl come up to you and be like, hey, I want to take you out the country or whatever, no strings attached, I ain't trying to be with you or whatever, I just know you want to go. It is a strings attached if they have to go with you. That's the difference, the first thing. But this coming from a person that I have let her go to lunch with another guy because she said it ain't like that. And again, you know what I mean? If that was me now, she'd have been like, no, you think it ain't like that, but I know how females are or whatever or blah, blah, blah. However, she be right. She do know how they are. I know how guys are. But at the end of the day, it's not about how I know females are, about how I know guys are. It's about you got to know how I am. And I got to know how she is. And this is why, and this is what we have learned to do. We have learned to stay out each other's business, stay out each other's way. If she going out to lunch with somebody and she claims it's just a business meeting or it's an old friend that she ain't seen in a long time and they just going to catch up, I could care less about what his motives are. I could care less about what he got planned. I could care less about none of that stuff. Only thing I'm worried about, are you going to be safe and you're not going to be forced to do nothing. Everything else is all on who I know she is and what I know she's capable of. And the minute that it stops being about that, we got to check ourselves, especially us men. We got to check ourselves because, like, I trust you, baby, but this is what I hear all the time. I trust you, baby, but I don't trust them. Really? Really?
What y'all think about that? What y'all think
Like,
about
really?
that, you know,
No.
that comment?
You insecure. Let's just keep it 100. You insecure, and you thinking that they can pull one over. They can pull one over on the person that you're with.
That's the thing. But yes, there are people out there that can find you, you know, and you might be vulnerable or whatever. And yes, they may catch you at a moment when you're weak or where you might not be having a good day in your relationship. And because of their persistence and trying to get with you or trying to give you gifts or how meet you on dates or whatever, yes, I trust you, but I don't trust them. I know their motives are impure. So on that one day that you might not be having such a strong day, you might fall into that trap. So yes, I agree with that comment sometimes.
Well, let me say this. And I'm not speaking for all. I'm just speaking for me. What's up, brother? CJ in here.
Hey, Elder.
Listen, if I was to ever be with somebody else other than you, it's not going to be because I had a moment of weakness. It's not going to be, oh, they just caught me on the right day or whatever the case may be. It's going to be because I wanted to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Whether it was a Monday, Tuesday, whether me and you was arguing or not, like, that's how I work. Now, women might be a little bit more different. Women might be, you know, some, not all, might be, well, you know, as long as things are going good in my relationship, nobody stands a chance to get with me. But when things are going rocky or bad, you might stand a chance. But that's the same thing. Well, like, what does that say about the relationship?
No, because like, let's say for instance, if I'm a nice person, whatever, I always compare myself to work. But if I say I'm a nice at work, I'm always doing what you ask me to do, whatever. And then I'm like, all right, one day you're gonna catch me one day, and I'm gonna be having a bad day, and you're gonna get the business, just like that. The same reaction. Just one day, if you constantly nagging me or whatever, and I'm always nice, I'm always XYZ.
So hold on, wait, bring that back. So you telling me that one day? Hey, Mom, somebody might catch you on the right day, and they gonna get the business?
No,
hold up. Now, she just said it, not me.
No. I'm saying yes. I'm saying yes. No, yes. That's why you have to be careful about who you lend your ear to, who you accept gifts from.
Jesus, take me now.
Listen, the motives from people on the outside of your marriage. You got to be careful about the motives.
I get what you're saying.
Because there can be a day where you're not yourself.
Right. Hey, y'all hear that? Y'all heard it on live. I can't make this stuff up. She said one day.
It happens all the time.
Nah, I get what you're saying. I'm just joking. But listen, for me, y'all, I'm telling you, it's not no one day you're going to catch me on that good day and you're going to get the business or whatever. I don't know. We're going to have to pray for her. But for me, it's either I'm going to do it or I'm not. Like, to be honest, I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like I said, we different. We know that, and men and women are different, and you know every situation is different. But for me, I'm gonna be honest. It's probably like it's not no. Oh, I'm mad. I'm upset. So I got a better chance of going to cheat. I think that I don't know, man. Because when me and you not on good terms, I don't even want to talk to nobody else. I don't want to see nobody else. I don't even want to come out the house. I don't even want to come out the room, let alone the house. So it would be hard, you know, for me, to do something because we not on good terms. Like, no.
Yeah, but it's just in general speaking, not you. We know you ain't. It's a little different. But
yeah, she trying to play me on the low just now.
Generally speaking, if there's somebody outside of the relationship of the opposite sex that's consistent and always there, providing gifts and things like that, one day,
yeah,
if they continue,
she can't get gifts now, y'all. I changed my mind. Cause y'all might catch her on the right day. Y'all gonna get the business.
No, I was talking about telling somebody off. Hush.
No,
anyway,
just wait. All right, go ahead.
Tamika said it all seems to come to discernment. You have to have these days to navigate all relationships these days. You do. You have to have like we was talking about sometimes women, we know how women are. We know what women do because we know our thoughts, and sometimes our men don't always know the impure motives of other women, and sometimes we call them dumb or whatever and naive because they can think, oh, she just checking up on me. But we know how we are,
right?
So
right.
we know that no, they have a motive behind what they're doing, And so, like Tamika said, it's all about discernment, and like we said earlier, having boundaries within your relationship. You know what your marriage can stand. You know if your marriage or your relationship can tolerate gifts coming in from the outside. Everybody can't deal with that.
That's right. Well, mommy talking about tell her like it is. Tell her like it is. She ain't telling the truth, man. You always co-signing with her. She don't know what she talking about. I'm gonna get my gifts. You better know that. I'm gonna get me. But no. And again, guys, I haven't received any gifts yet lately. Let me put the lately on it. But what I would say is,
and you best believe every gift that come across that threshing floor, I seen it, I expect it, and I know it.
Hint, hint.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think again, read some more comments because that's it. I just really believe that when you start telling people what they can and can't do, it's tough, man. Like, let me tell you something I used to love to tell my wife. Like, for those of you who don't know, our kids, she spoiled them a lot. Like, they've been blowing her up since we've been on here, blowing her up, right? I want to tell her so much. I just said, put the phone down. Let's finish the show. They'll be all right for another 20 minutes or whatever. But I can't because she's grown. I can't tell her what to do with her own phone or whatever the case may be. So now, my kids kind of don't really have a bedtime. All of that stuff. They do whatever it is they want to do when they want to do. But with that, they also have a certain level of responsibility thanks to their dad. So now, with that being said, she tries to tell me what to do sometimes. And this was my thing, what I used to always tell her. If you can't tell our children what to do, and they our children, you for sure ain't gonna tell this grown man what to do. So how y'all feel about that? That's what I want to know. To the women out there and some men that spoil your kids, you rarely tell them no, or you can't even tell them no because they don't listen to you or whatever the case may be. Do you think, and that's a whole topic in itself, do you think it's right for you to be able to tell or try to tell your significant other what to do? Let's hear it. Anybody having difficulty with creating responsibilities or boundaries with the children and then trying to turn around and like you tell your child, hey, go to bed at a certain time. They don't go to bed at that certain time and you kind of overlook it. But then you turn around and try to tell your husband, I don't think it's respectable for no married man to come in the house at 12 o'clock midnight. Like, help me out here. What's y'all take on that?
Well,
go ahead, Nika. What you want to say? Since everybody's so quiet, I hear nothing but crickets when it comes to that. Must be a lot of people out there trying to tell grown people what to do and can't even raise the children right. What y'all doing? What y'all doing out there?
Well, no, because the children didn't vow to me. You vowed to me.
The
children didn't ask to be here.
I vowed to the Lord.
The children didn't make a commitment.
I vowed to the Lord.
You did.
I vowed to the Lord. But no, I'm just joking with that, guys. But yeah, I want to hear what y'all take is. I'm not joking about if you can't tell your kids what to do, why do you expect to be able to tell a grown person what to do? Now, that's my take on that. I'm not joking about that. But when she said I made a vow to her, I definitely did. I made a vow to her. You remember what those vows was?
I don't know. It was so long ago.
See, that's why we get ready to.
We getting ready to renew these vows. And mine's still learning.
Mine's still learning, and mine's still learning. She talking about your big child and your little baby, ain't it? Lord, Dion said he grew up. You can tell
another with Deacon Bimbo, so I don't have that issue. Definitely know how to
handle them. Right. Know how to handle them, churn. We was just talking about it today on Facebook. I made a comment, man, how Deacon Bimbo stopped me from coming to church high. Because, boy, I'm scared. I was like, either one or two things going to happen. Those big hands he got was going to go up beside my head, and I was going to have to make a decision on whether I was going to let my father know them big hands went up beside my head, because that meant I was going to get another big hand up beside my head if it backfired, or if I was just going to stop coming to church high, because he used to know, like, whenever we used to do something wrong, I don't know how this man used to see it, but it seemed like he used to always come around the corner. He used to always catch us. Always catch us playing hooky from church, Dion. Outside in the parking lot sneaking hot dogs. But yeah, where we at? We got more comments?
You can't re-raise another grown person.
Right.
Either they act right or get left.
Frank White. True. What's up, Frankie? Good to see you in here. Let me hear what your cousin Tawana got something on here. She just said.
What are some things she's asking you to do? Everything is situational.
Good. That's a good statement. Because let me tell you, when I've learned not to, and again, guys, I don't want y'all to think these are personal things that we currently deal with. A lot of what we talk about on here are things that we have had to overcome. We just have to talk about it from a present state sometimes so that we can identify with some of the people in the audience. However, Tijuana, you made a perfect example. I used to say, we both need to be doing this. We both need to be the disciplinaries for the kids. We both need to be blah, blah, blah. Until I realized that there was other things that we both wasn't doing. You know what I mean? And when I realized that there were other things that we both wasn't doing, then I said, you know what? Since she don't hit me with the, well, we both need to be doing X. Like, for example, she don't say we both need to be cooking. So I'm like, all right, well, since, and she didn't have to tell me this. I came to my own senses and I knew, like, you know what? I can't always say, well, why don't you make sure the kids do X, Y, Z? We both need to do that. Because she never says we both need to cook. Like, it's either she cooking or we ain't eating. You know what I mean? Not that I can't cook, but, and she said I'll be using this as an excuse sometimes. But for whatever reason, whenever I cook, I don't be hungry no more. You know? So I just like, well, and her food tastes better than mine anyway. So yeah. Tijuana said that everybody has a situation to do. Everybody has things that they asking each other to do, which piggybacks off another topic that we have our show where we talked about, are the roles in a marriage interchangeable or reversible? You know what I mean? And for us, we learned a long time ago throughout the course of our 18 years of being married that any given time our roles can flip. Any given times, like there's no such thing as roles. The ultimate goal is to make sure your marriage lasts. So whatever it requires of you to make sure it lasts, you have to be willing to put that effort in or step up and take that spot or take that place. But again, not to jump off topics, let's get back to this gift thing, Let's take a vote at it with all the viewers on. Should your significant other be able to take a gift from someone from the opposite sex or from someone that could potentially be interested in them in a non-friendly way? Like, who's to make the call? If you believe that you should trust them to know the situation and you think they should be able to do it, let me get a thumbs up. If you don't, let me get a thumbs down. Just want to take a little poll just to kind of see where the audience is at.
Tanya said no.
Tanya said no. Thumbs up, thumbs down, or yes or no. That's fine. Yes or no, thumbs up, thumbs down, whichever one.
Tamika was adding to your comment. She said, "Well, if you allow people to grow and they are meant to be a part of your life, it works out without words. Change comes naturally. Partners have soul ties that allows each other to feel each other. You can only ignore that if something isn't right feeling. I know this to be fact.
Right.
Yeah.
All of the women in here saying, no, fellas, where y'all at? Will y'all let y'all girlfriend take a gift from another man? All of the women saying no. So if a woman let's say the house y'all living in, the woman wrote your husband a check to pay off the mortgage and y'all don't owe the bank nothing no more. Y'all won't take, y'all tell them no? Y'all tell them to give the money back?
No,
I need somebody in here who want to talk to me. Somebody talk to me. Somebody send me a request. Okay, Tawana says she taking the house. But as far as other little gifts and stuff, you not taking that.
Gifts lead to other things.
But other things lead to other things. Going to the grocery store and getting too many.
Lead to other
oh
things.
Man, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just think if something is going to happen,
sounds like
something is going to happen, regardless. You know, if something is going to happen, something is going to happen. That's just me. Tanya said if we agree together, if the guy. So I guess if you and your spouse, significant other, if y'all both agree, then yeah, okay. Well, what if, man?
So,
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now, anybody who's out there who's watching, any secret admirers, don't buy me no house. Because I can't deal with that type of pressure and that stress in my life because I'm upset because she don't want me to take it. So don't get me no house.
But that's
I'm
the
good.
thing though.
Huh?
Are you gonna take it even if it causes friction within your home? You know what I mean? Like if even though you know the other person is innocent or whatever the case is, but you know your spouse doesn't like it, you still gonna go against what they like and it cause that because there are some things that we have to compromise on. There are some things that I don't do because even though I want to, I know you won't like it, so I'll suck it up like, all right, I ain't gonna do that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the same thing.
Hold on real quick, I hear you. Dion, you wrong, bruh. You gonna leave me out here by myself. That's messed up, but it's all good. But listen, let me say what you said. Y'all heard what she said, right? She said that if you know it's causing friction within your marriage, then or within your relationship, then you should be willing to compromise and say no to that thing for the sake of your relationship, right? One thing I believe that has really led to the success of us staying together and being happy is freedom. And even though there were some things that we did compromise, and there still are some things that we did compromise for the sake of not allowing it to cause friction within our marriage, we didn't attack the particular thing that caused the friction. We attacked what was going on within us that made it become friction, right? So, and that's what I'm saying, like freedom or the liberty to be an adult or to choose on your own or to choose to choose freely is necessary. Like nobody wants to be free and get into a situation that causes them to feel as if they're bound. You know what I mean? And that's why what I said earlier, we have to make sure that our relationships are more about partnership and not ownership. Because as a partnership, we can come together and we can reason and we can attack what the real source is as into what's causing the friction. But as ownership, it becomes more of because of who you are or because of this or because of that, you can't do X, Y, Z. And it may not even have nothing to do with you per se. It could just simply be that because of what I'm dealing with or the things that I've been through in my past, I don't think I want you to do that because now I'm measuring you up to something that may or may not happen. So.
Tasanya said he's going to buy me perfume and then want to come sniff around me. I'm going to go with the majority on this, bro, and say no. Even though you came up with good scenarios, I feel like in the long run, it'll be problematic. Leave doors closed just to keep the peace. Okay. I guess like something like what you're saying. Yeah.
I respect those opinions.
If meat will offend your brother, eat no meat.
No meat. Well, see this. I ain't gonna get into that. But listen, Dion, I respect what you're saying. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Let me hear what Tamika said.
I'm not taking nothing from no one that isn't a part of the team. The devil came to Jesus with gifts too. You got to be careful what you let in and how.
That's good.
Now I
That's
won't
good,
tell my
Tamika.
husband what to do though.
That's good, Tamika. That's good, Tamika.
Yeah.
And T Mac said earlier too. He said, "Did we not learn about Adam and Eve in the garden?" Well, the serpent beguiled Eve, and he told Eve to get something that Eve had already wanted. Mm-hmm. Eve already wanted it. You understand what I'm saying? He just presented something to her that he wanted. Now, here's the thing, too, also, when we talk about Jesus and the devil presenting gifts to Jesus, when he got led into the Spirit, he got led into the wilderness by the Spirit to be tempted of the devil. So in other words, and this is what I said to you guys earlier, the problem ain't the person that's presenting the gift. The problem is knowing who the person is that's going to sit in the presence of the person that's giving the gift, and knowing who they are and what they have inside of them and what they're capable of. I'm not saying that men might not try to be doing X, Y, Z or whatever the case may be. But what I'm saying is you have to know who you're with. And you have to understand her opinion or his opinion to be able to respect the situation enough to know as an adult whether it's okay to take the gift or whether it's not okay to take the gift. Like, we can't just say it's not okay flat out just because of what we think might be the motives behind it, because we could be wrong. You know what I mean? T-Mac said he came with the bracelet. Mm-hmm. So he presented to Eve, let's call it a bracelet. And check this out. It said Adam was right there. Adam was right there when he presented the bracelet to Eve. And Adam ain't say nothing.
She said.
Adam ain't say nothing. Yeah, Eve was like, put it on, put it on. So it says that Eve went and took the bracelet back to Adam. And Adam put the bracelet on too.
He added a charm on her Pandora bracelet.
He's like, whatever. No, he had a partake. He partook in it too. So with that being said, again, it's on both of you guys to be able to, like, I'm looking at her like, okay, Nika, you could take that gift from him, but just know that whatever comes behind that gift, I'm trusting that you're responsible enough to deal with it. And if you're not, I can deal with it. You know what I mean? I can handle it for you. And another thing too is the Spirit led Jesus into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. So in other words, this is what I said earlier. If something is in you and something is a part of you, like my wife said earlier, eventually it's going to come out. It's just a matter of time. I'm the type of person I'm not walking on no eggshells, and I'm not trying to restrict you, and I'm not trying to say, no, you can't do this, and no, you can't do that, and no, you can't go there, and no, you can't go there, because I'm afraid that what's in you could potentially come out. If it's in you, I want to know that it's in you, and I want it to come out, because now I have to make other assessments throughout the whole situation with what I find that comes out. So anyways, long story short, Jesus went into the wilderness by the Spirit, led him there to show him what was in him and what wasn't in him. And after all the tempting and everything was done, Scripture said that the devil left. Jesus came back with power. The devil couldn't tempt him because he couldn't find anything in him. So now this is the same thing that I'm praying and hoping and believing with my wife. I don't care what God comes and buy her gifts, flowers, diamonds, a car, this, that, and the third, thinking they going to get the business. If it ain't in her to give them the business, they can't get it. If it's in her to give them the business, then I'm at the mercy of them or her falling victim to whatever it is that happens. You know what I mean? So that's just my thing.
Yeah.
I win when you're able to do, when you're in a position to do X, Y, Z, but don't. I don't win when I have to keep you out of those positions just to make sure you don't. And that's just me.
It's like understanding the strength of your relationship, what your relationship can handle and what it can't, you know. And I just thinking about this might be funny, but the story of the three little pigs and the big bad wolf, right? So they all had different houses that they built, you know, but it was just one that they made of bricks that he wasn't able to blow down. But he tried all the houses, you know. So in your relationship, what is your house made of? What is your marriage made of? Your relationship made of?
Come on, ladies. I know they agreeing with me on that.
Is it going to withstand, you know, the blowing of someone on the outside? You know what I mean? Trying to get in, no matter how hard they try, are they going to be able to penetrate and be able to win you over, even if they present you with gifts that are, you know, flashy or, you know, appealing to you?
Exactly. That's why I was saying. So, Dion, talking about you really drag that, get the business. Dion, I told you now. You know how, Dion, come on, you know me, bro. You know I can't help it, man. I'm just a jokester like that. I just can't help it.
Yeah,
but yeah, you know, if it's not in you, it ain't coming out. You know what I mean? It ain't coming out. Let me tell you something. I will not be the guy to sit on here and say that it's impossible for another woman to come along and make me want to be with them outside of my wife. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm that guy. However, I do have boundaries, and I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt and rest assured and say, you ain't going to catch me doing certain things because it ain't in me. It's just not in me to do it. You know what I mean? That's like somebody saying, and I want to use this as an analogy. I hope I don't offend nobody. I hope nobody don't take this the wrong way. But that's just like some people go to prison, right? And they be with men. And then they tell me that they only was with a man because it was no women around, but they really not gay. I have a hard time believing that because it's just certain things that if it's not in you, you're not going to be able to do. And me personally, it's just not in me to do certain things. It's just not in me to do certain things. So regardless of what gift you throw at me, regardless of X, Y, Z or whatever, I might even want to do it. But if it ain't in you to do it, you just can't do it. You just can't do it. So that's just my thing, you know? Like, okay, so now, is it safe to say this, ladies and fellas? So they say if a guy could give you a gift, a guy could give you some gifts or whatever, this, that, and the third, it heightens the risk of certain things happening, like maybe the relationship between you and whoever going to the next level or blah, 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 this, that, and the third. Now, fellas, and ladies, does it make a difference whether the person that's giving the gift is ugly or not, or unattractive? Let me say that, not attractive. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit. So if the person is attractive, for y'all ladies, if the person is, because I remember back in the day, way back in the day, this would be her excuse. I would say, hey, Nika, I saw how blah, 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 this, that. I saw how you smile at that person or whatever, or this, that, and the third. And she'd say, oh, my God, not that one. Ew, no, I ain't even my type. You know what I mean? Then I'll look at what was her type and be like, bruh, like, I ain't gay when he looked better than him. What are you talking about? Don't play me. So does it make a difference on the look? Like, you know.
Swan said it makes no difference.
It makes no difference.
Doesn't matter how Tanya said, it doesn't matter how she looks.
Fellas, the guy. Let's say, for instance, if your wife need work done to her car, and it's a person that know how to do the work to the car, you know, it'll save you time, it'll save you money, but you're not able to take the car to the shop or whatever. You're not able to be there to monitor, whatever the case may be. You go to the shop, and it's a guy that you know your wife love. I mean, he look good, muscles, all of this stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You taking it to another shop? You going to let her take the car to the shop? You know, like I hear some people say a barbershop ain't no place for a woman to be. Well, those of you who know my woman, she stay in the barbershop. So, like, and I don't. I stay in the hairdresser, in the beauty salon. So, hey, well, I don't stay in there, but, but, you know, if I had to go and get something done to this hair and she couldn't do it, I got to go find somebody else to do it. So, Tamika say no, not for her. Emotionally make a difference.
She also said, think about this. Spiritual warfare is real. Everyone for you isn't necessarily for everyone you're connected to.
That's right. That's right.
Good.
I like that. That's good.
Everyone for you is not necessarily for
You
everyone.
and her been talking or something? You and Nika had a side conversation. That's who you texting back and forth just now? So,
Don't worry about
Tamika,
that.
oh, that's a Mazak Street thing. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. I got it. But no, that's so true, Tamika. That's so true. That's another thing, too. Let me tell you something, because I had a lot of female friends. One quick way to never be my female friend again is to make me feel like you don't want just as much as you want for me for my wife. Like, there is no way. Like, I don't play that. So, Tamika, you right. Like, everybody that's for you ain't for your wife. And I'm like this with family, too. I'm like this with family. Ooh, Tamika, you might need to echo that. I need to pin that in the comments. Because if you think, I don't care who you are, mother, father, sister, brother, whatever, if you think you're going to be disrespecting my wife or talking about her behind her back or give me any type of sense of anything that I know you acting funny towards her and you don't have real genuine love for her, I don't care who you are. You ain't talking to me until you get it right. If I feel like mother, brother, sister, they'll attest. They will tell you. Some of them say I'm strange for it. Call me what you want. Call me what you want. If you got issues with my wife, you might as well stop talking to me until y'all get it right. There is no such thing as, oh, well, I'm mad at you. I ain't mad at Nika. Well, you might as well be mad at Nika too, because I'll be darned if you're gonna be mad at me and disrespecting me and ain't got much words to say to me, and then think you're gonna get on the phone and have a conversation and be giggling and kikiing up in her face. No, we don't play that. And vice versa. I don't care who it is. If I know you don't like her, if I know you done talk behind back, if I know you don't want the same for her like you want for me, or whatever the case may be, I can't deal with you. I'm sorry. And I could love you to death, but this me here, this me right here, like, it ain't no coming in between. It ain't no separating. It ain't no, I ain't got no beef with Nika, but I don't like David. Or, oh, I ain't got no beef with David, but I don't like Nika. Well, you don't like us. You don't like us.
Dion said, I'll say this. If a man approached my wife and doesn't know me or that I'm her husband, I can't say that I would blame him. She knows her place.
Right. That's good. Let me tell you, and Nika, this is crazy because we sitting up here having this conversation and forgetting about our early days. Me and my wife, people used to think we was brothers and sisters, and we used to get perks because of it. And not like we really told them that we was, but I ain't fix it. Like, there was times where we would go to Six Flags and get in free. She would get teddy bears and stuff from the guy that worked the game stand just because he liked her or whatever. And I sit right there and let her get the teddy bears, whatever the case may be. Free food, free drinks, free admission to shows, parties, whatever. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, that's just, like I said, it's not like we really just said, hey, that's my sister, that's my whatever. But if that's just what we used to do. So I don't even know why you sitting here.
I forgot about that.
Exactly. I forgot too. I literally just remembered.
As you grow, as you evolve, as things change, you gain a different perspective on certain things.
Wiser.
We used to go out together and stuff, and a guy would offer to buy me a drink. I'll say David's my brother, whatever. He'll get one too. So yeah.
Or they would just assume. They would just assume that we was brother, because I do kind of look like her brother. They would just assume that we was brother and sister and do certain things too. But at the end of the day, and again, wow, I'm just getting reminded. Not saying to do this, guys. I'm just trying to tell you how things can be very situational. However, there's a man, but for those of you who read the Bible, those of you who believe the Bible is valuable for good lessons, a man named Abraham, who had told this king that, was it Rachel? Mm-hmm. Abraham, Sarah,
Or about what?
I think it was Sarah. Anyways, yeah, it was Sarah. He told the king that his wife was his sister, so he can get gifts, or so she can get gifts. I'm not saying you should do that. I just thought that was very crazy to bring up just now. But what I would say is this, guys. I think I told this story before on here. I can't remember if we was married yet, or was we married when we was in Fayetteville, and don't call the person name. But it was a person that used to like her in school. I know they liked her in school. She know they liked her in school. And the person was in the same city that we was in, and the person wanted to take her out to lunch. And she wanted to go. So what she did was she asked me if she could go. And I said, go. And when I told her she could go, what she did was she had the person call me and ask me if it was okay for them to go. And the person called me and asked me, could they go? And I said, yes. What happened on that lunch, whatever they went? I have no idea. Did I ask? No. She grown. That ain't my business. I'm not asking. I know what's in her. And even if I'm wrong about what I believe that I know what's in her, again, like Tamika said earlier, discernment and so forth and so on, that's a grown woman. I would be so miserable within my relationship if I tried to dictate to her or snoop around her like she's a child to try to make sure she's not doing something that if she really want to do it, fellas. One thing I've learned a long time ago, women are masters at doing what they want to do. And they would do what they want to do so well to where you would never know they even did it. Us, we might not have that same liberty.
Tamika, you are crazy.
What you talking, keep it clean?
That kept it clean.
Kept it clean.
Yeah, it did.
So we would love to think. And like I said, at the end of the day, it didn't matter to me. I was more concerned about her. I ain't thinking about him. I'm more concerned about her. And if I felt like, one, she didn't even have to tell me. She could have just went out on a lunch date and I wouldn't have known. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. If you don't deal with my husband, you can't deal with me. Even if it was me, he feel the same way.
That's right.
Any opposure.
That's right. Hey girl, hey prophetess. But yeah, like can't deal with one, can't deal with the. Here we go. I got somebody want to come in real quick.
Yeah, because he
coming in late, but let me go. We got to head off. I'm gonna bring him in though. Jack, you should have been in here earlier. He about to give us the business. I already know.
So those of you who just joining in, and we are a little over our time, but the topic is
should your significant other be able to accept gifts from the significant other?
From the opposite
sex. Just not from the opposite sex. I don't know what happened. I didn't mean to click the button. I don't know. I'm gonna try to add him again. I don't see him no more. Where you at, Jack? I tried to get you. Maybe you changed your mind. All right, we're going to give you 2 more minutes to try to get in here. If not, we're going to go ahead and get... Oh, he back. Let's go. All right, come on in. Let's go in. We still trying to add. It says adding. Maybe because I was on... Maybe when I was trying to get in on the other... Maybe it was doing the same thing. Man, it won't come on. Jack, you got to check your Wi-Fi. Fred, you got to check your Wi-Fi. I'm going to try to find you again. I don't. You're going to have to send one more. All right. So, all right, before we close up, anybody got any closing remarks? Anybody got... Lori, I know you didn't, and you was the first one in the group text talking about you was gonna be in here. That's so not you. I thought you was in here, girl. I thought you was in here. Lori don't be missing no show now. He need to come in. Is he with you?
Don't go off.
If he's with you, Tawana, let him come on yours. Let him come through your... All right, this him one more time.
Tanya, thank you so much. We miss you guys too. We're gonna try our very best to be on every Monday. And I'm gonna stay on David with this, you know. And if you have any, yes, thank you so much. And if you guys have any topics that you want us to discuss, anything that you know is in your heart, your spirit, anything you feel like people will benefit from us elaborating on, let us know because we're open to any type of topics, you know, that you want to discuss. And also, if you don't have our YouTube channel, I'll post it on here. And check us out on YouTube and go back and look at our posts from we started.
All right.
We started in 2016, and I think
seasons too. Like she said, I think 2016 was when we kicked this off. Go back. We got some interesting shows on our YouTube channel. She gonna put the link in the comments. Go subscribe, please. All right, Jack. Let's hear it.
Hey, listen, y'all had a very good topic tonight, and
good evening, sir.
Be the glory.
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory.
I know that's right.
I can say, you know, I'm a real loyal dude, and if you ain't messing with my wife, you ain't messing with me. Point blank.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's number one. And as of in the gifts, if you bring a gift, you better have a gift for both of us.
So listen, let me say this real quick, right? I know like where you spend like a lot of your weekends and stuff like that or whatever, and there's people from all different walks of life, people, all different beliefs, people, all that in the third, and you a good guy, you a likable guy. You never had nobody come up to you and try to give you anything?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm very cautious of that because I'm the type of person, I done been through it all, and who I allow in my space.
Right.
The first thing when you come to me, I'm gonna say, who are you and who sent you?
Right. Definitely.
You know definitely. So I mean, I'm gonna observe all of that from the beginning, and see where this coming from. You understand what I'm saying? So I mean,
we had one of our number one fans of the show made that same statement earlier. Tamika Reagan. She was like, you know, you got to have discernment. You got to have a discernment, and you got to be able to know what their purpose is, what they're coming for, because everybody that's for you, and this is very huge, everybody that's for you may not very well be for your spouse. So if they giving a gift, you know, and these are for the in-laws as well. I don't know why I feel the need to say that, but the in-laws sometimes in the beginning feel like, you know, I want to help my son, but I don't want to help his wife because I don't really like her. Well, it ain't no helping. If he married, it ain't no helping him and not helping the wife. So you might as well get yourself together. You know what I mean? And likewise, I want to help my daughter, but I don't want to help, you know, I would give my daughter this car, but I don't want him to drive it. You know what I mean? Like, well, don't give it to her. You know what I mean? So, and that's the same with people from significant, people from outside of the relationship. If they're giving you a gift, then that gift, you got to know, you know, discern where it's coming from, if it's safe to take it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you got to trust the one you're with to be able to make that decision, because sometimes we on the surface make it simply because I don't know you, I don't know who that is, you ain't getting it. You know what I mean? When the reality of it is, let me tell you something real quick. My wife was pregnant with our first daughter. We was not living in the same state. She was living in Alabama. I was living in South Carolina. She had two guys that lived, like, she was in the middle. One door was here, the other door was here, her door was in the middle. Those two guys treated my wife like a queen. I could have thought anything. I could have had the bullhead and be like, oh no, you got to move from here. Oh no, I don't want you to talk to them no more. I don't want you to this, blah, blah, blah. But when I tell you, for the first year of my daughter's life, probably even longer, I ain't have to buy nothing, because they bought so much stuff. And to this day, me and those same two dudes are like this. Like some of the best two dudes I ever met in my life. See, so you gotta be able to know the difference. You can't easily just come in, and it's crazy. I can't believe I didn't bring that up later. And fast forward, earlier, and fast forward to later to now. I still talk. Those guys are still my brothers. Those guys will still, if I call them and need them, they're just like that. They have provided her with so many opportunities to advance her career. They have provided me with so many opportunities to be not only better in my career, but be better as a man. You know what I mean? Just so many things that if I would have had the mentality that I kind of wanted to have initially, I would have missed out on so many things, so many blessings. Another one of my real close friends I met through her. So it's like almost like you really got to know, because you can really damage not only your relationship with your significant other, but you can damage connections that maybe God might even be trying to bring together because of your own insecurities or because of your lack of not being able to discern what's good and what's not. So yeah, like you said, you get people coming to you, bringing you stuff all the time, but you have to size them up. You have to.
Ain't no tell your wife every time somebody tries to present something to you? Do you share it with her? Do you
Yeah, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I mean, honestly and truly, I'm to the point to where, as though, because this is what I've realized. Your legacy is very important, and a lot of men and women have fallen victim due to circumstances as of in the not having the discernment and letting people get in their space.
Yeah.
So I mean, when I say I've sit back and I've watched over the years, it's been a lot of great men and women of God who have fallen victim to, I can say, the flesh, or just a situation to where one thing. So I mean, I'm very cautious of that, and I pray for them, because everybody is human. You just got to have that gift of discernment. I mean, and even right now, I mean, I be at the track a lot. I mean, and when people come to me, I come to my wife and I talk to my wife. I be like, wife, this person said this. This person said this, that, and the third. And then she don't ask me, but I tell her, because I want her to understand how I think, and how things are. You understand what I'm saying? And
right.
And it also gives her opportunity to pray for certain things. Give her a chance to have insight, that maybe some things you may be missing or whatever. It builds strength, for you all to be able to judge the situation together.
Yeah, right. I'm looking at Sean comment. He said gifts is one of his love languages. I know I'm late, but responding in regards to the title. Oh yeah, you super late, Sean. You super late. So listen, Fred, if you had advice for, let's say, couples that's thinking about getting married, and this is one of their hangups, they don't want to be able to be told what they can and can't do, what would be your advice to them?
I would tell them, hey, look, number one, don't force nothing when it comes down to, you understand what I'm saying, putting pressure on someone about the situation. Don't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And just keep an open relationship of communication when it comes down to stuff like that.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, when they mess up, and I tell people all the time, when you start the lying, the sneaking, the keeping stuff from, this, that, and the third, that tarnishes a relationship to where, though, you don't get the way you need to be at. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna let you off the hook. I'm gonna let you go. I want to ask you one more question. Okay, I'm gonna paint this scenario for you, right? Okay, your wife is on a job. She was on the job for 20 years, and the only reason why she's staying on the job for another 5 years is because she don't want you to have the burden of paying off y'all last 3 years of your house by yourself. So she decides to stay on the job for an extra 5 years just to give y'all that cushion. But she really don't want to. A guy on the job overhears her saying this. And he comes to her one day and say, hey, look, every time I come in here, you've always been nice to me. You never treated me wrong. When you smile, it brightens my day. And I know you married. I'm not trying to disrespect that. But hey, go a check for $1 million. I want you to go ahead and pay off your house so you can go ahead and retire early. You telling her to get that check back, or y'all taking it?
Okay, so look, I got to break it down. Let me
Go ahead.
Let me break it down. Can I break it down? It's going to take 5 minutes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, I'm an old school guy. Okay. So basically, in a scenario, and all y'all women out there, all y'all women on here, y'all beautiful, y'all strong, y'all independent. I don't believe, because my wife just started working probably 6 months, a year, probably, matter of fact, 4 months ago. I believe to keep the balance in the house. If a man got to work 2 jobs, let him work 2 jobs. That my first priority is God and our kids. They ain't going lacking for nothing. You could make enough money to break in my house to do that. Period.
Right.
So I'm gonna say that first. No, and when it comes down to him giving $1 million, I would have to say, sweetheart, that is $1 million. Let's take it, and then let's cut all ties with him. You don't speak. Bottom line, I know everything's good about it. That's just how it goes.
I'm laughing because I hear her in the background cracking up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. At least you did say you'll take it. I ain't make it that far yet, as into what I would do after I take it, but I'm definitely taking it.
You got to take it. Okay, listen, when I'm telling you, he's a dummy with money. Okay, fine, that's good. That's a blessing. All right, thank you, Lord Jesus. And I'm gonna pay the tithes out of it with that anyway. Period.
Right. So now let me do one more. Then that might be kind of easy. Let me do one more. Let's say she has on her calendar and her desk a picture of a bracelet, and then she marking off the amount of money she's saving each week in order to get that bracelet. Let's say a UPS delivery guy says, hey, I come in every time and I see you marking off that calendar, and every time I come in here, you so nice to me. You don't ever give me no hassle when I mess up y'all packages like all the other women do. Like, you treat me so kind, you treat me so nice, or whatever. You always being polite, and that goes a long way for me. So I know it's your birthday today. Hang on this diamond bracelet. I saw you marking off and you couldn't get into another 3 years. I just want to give this to you right now. Can she keep it?
Well, I'm gonna let you know like this. I'm gonna say it again. Okay? I'm gonna go back and say it again. I'm an old-fashioned guy, right? So I believe, right? Honestly and truly, and it's the legal way now, because like I said, I believe God has blessed me tremendously. I'm gonna move heaven and earth so that situation don't ever come about anyway the way as though she wants something. So I'm gonna do that from the start with my wife and kids. But if somebody happened to give her something, I'm gonna tell her to take it. I'm gonna evaluate the situation. I'm gonna say, don't ever talk to that dude ever in life again. If you ever don't do it.
Wow, that's what's up. Well, at least you're gonna let her take it. So take it and run. But this the UPS man. He coming in every day to drop off the package.
We'll change UPS, man. I'll call there and tell them don't deliver nothing else to my house no more. I don't want you coming back.
No, not the house. It's going to the job. It's going to the job.
I'll go there and pick it up.
Oh, Lord. No, it's for the work. It's the work mail. The workplace mail.
Right, you can't do that.
The work mail?
Yeah. Like, this guy got to come there. This guy got to come there every day.
But one thing for sure is this right here. You ain't going to pay no bill in my house, so we ain't hurt for no money anyway.
No, that's not. I ain't talking about no bill. I'm talking about he buying her the bracelet. So she
at work, right? She at work, right?
Yeah, she at work.
What I'm telling you is
you saying she gonna have to quit the job.
Right, you don't pay no bills in my house anyway, so you can quit. Yeah.
You gonna look at her and say, you want the job or the bracelet?
Right.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. All right, man. I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming in, man. Hey, I'm gonna be looking for you Wednesday too, man.
Thank you.
All right, I got you.
All right, love y'all, man.
All right, love y'all. Good night.
Okay.
Go ahead now. We going out.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and disconnect. I can't disconnect you because I hang up from everybody else.
I'm trying to figure out how to disconnect.
Oh, you know what? I know how to do it. Hold on. I think I'm doing that right. No.
Continue without.
Yeah. All right. Listen, guys, we're going to let y'all go. I just want to plug a few announcements in real quick. Where is Anita? I did see Anita tonight. I seen her tonight. Anita, you still in here? I didn't see LaTanya tonight. I didn't see Angela or Richard tonight. But anyways, listen, guys, we doing our second couples retreat in less than 2 weeks. We already sold out. So for those of you who was wondering and inboxing and texting and stuff like that, we are sold out. I will announce that. I will put the flyer up to let people know we sold out. But don't be discouraged, guys. We are getting ready to do another one. Soon as we get back from South Beach, Miami, We are out of here. October 6th, we gone, guys. We're going to be gone for midweek all the way through to the next week. We excited. We got so many people that's coming along with us this time. We got somewhat of a different group, different atmosphere. I know, Tawana, we was hoping y'all schedules would align up, but I promise you, we're going to give y'all enough time to know the next one. The next one coming soon. Again, I want to say the next one would probably be in April or May. Would probably be in May. But we said that when we did our last one in May, and we end up having another one that's we getting ready to do in October. So you just never know. We mess around and end up doing a winter couples retreat. We might end up in somebody's mountain somewhere trying to ski. Ain't no telling.
But we know we got May.
But we know May is definitely one that we're doing because we have to continue the annual one that we do. So don't be surprised, y'all inbox us. Let us know if y'all interested. We'll make it happen. That's how the second one came about, because we had people from the first one that spilled over. And, because of COVID and everything, we're limited to how many people, we can take. So when we tell y'all they go quick, they go quick. So gotta get in there. You gotta get in there, So that's sold out. We also are getting ready to do something that's gearing towards the singles. Singles, that is in the works right now. That is in the works right now. We will open it to certain couples, but the couples that we are opening it to will be seasoned couples who we deem having a successful marriage or relationship that can kind of tell some of these people who are looking to be in a long-lasting relationship what it takes and, what to be expecting and what to look for. Tawana says, do a winter one. All right, you planted the seed. You planted the seed. You planted the seed. So kind of water it. Once you water it and we see it starting to grow a little bit, then we'll help you water it. And then maybe, who knows, maybe by January, Valentine's Day-ish, we might be able to make that happen. March-ish, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Or maybe even December. I don't know. You never know. You never know. We might do a New Year's, everybody get together and come bringing a New Year's together. You just never know. You never know. So, that is happening. And what else? I'm missing. Oh, Wednesday nights, guys. Wednesday nights, we do a Zoom Bible study. You got to inbox for the Zoom ID. Inbox me. I'll give it to you. I don't want to put it out there on Facebook because we don't need the trolling going on. I need people to inbox me and let me know that they want to be a part of this Zoom. This is not just a Bible study. We talk about things. God moves in these, but prophetic encounters. God speaks into people's lives. He uses people like never before. It is awesome. Those of you who are still on and you have ever experienced this Zoom, please comment awesome something. Let people know, like, this is not a gimmick. I'm not making this up. This is definitely a thing, and it's moving and it's growing, and we love it. Right? So I've been on here too long. You got something you want to say before we close out?
No, I think I'm gonna do Tuesday talks tomorrow.
Okay, I think T got something she want to say to the people tomorrow. Tuesday talks with T. Did Lord give you a word? Huh?
Anyway.
You ain't going on that Lord ain't giving you a word now. She said the Lord gave her a word. So they are awesome studies. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Okay, guys. So this is it for us. We're going to pray real quick. God, we thank you for everyone that has been watching tonight. We ask that you continue to bless us, lead us, cover us, follow us. Help us perfect our imperfections, cover our flaws, continue to allow us to show love, continue to allow us to show humility, joy, peace, meekness, oh God, everything that is you, allow us to be that to someone else, oh God, as you have been that to us. And we will forever give your name the praise, the glory, and the honor. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, guys, we will see y'all hopefully on Wednesday, but if not, we see you guys right back here on Monday. All right? Y'all have a good one.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.